About 8 or 9 years ago, our team here was developing tires for future big lunar rovers, thinking like a lunar Winnebago type vehicle, so something that would support a lot of load. And we realized that NASA needed better tires to do that work, and so that's how we came up with what we now call the spring tire. At the time, we had no material scientists on our team. We were just using spring steel because that's what was used in the past. And so we had made several prototypes. They performed great in sand, they got good traction, could carry a lot of load, but we always came across this one problem of where the tires would undergo plastic deformation. They would get dents in them when you load them up too much. We were struggling to find a solution to fix that problem, and then probably about 4 or 5 years ago, I
just happened to be over in the building here where the slope lab is, and I was over here for a different meeting for the work that I do in shape memory alloys. And I ran into Colin in the hall and I was like, what are you doing back, and why aren't you over in the impact lab? Because I knew him as a student. And he said, well, I've graduated and I've been working out here full time for a while. I'm like, really? Where do you work? And he said, I work in slope. And I said, you know, I've been here for over 10 years and I hear about this slope place, but I've never been in it. And he said, well, if you have a minute, you know, I'll take you in there. And so we came into the lab, and as soon as we walked in, I saw the tires, and I looked at him and I said to him, I said, aren't you having a problem with plastic deformation in this? And he smiled like he is right now. And he said, yeah. And I said, I have your solution.
Yeah, and I had never even heard the term shape memory alloys before that. I knew he was a material science engineer, but I had no idea he was working on that. And so since then, we've been collaborating on these tires using his material expertise, especially in shape memory alloys, to come up with this new tire that we think is really going to revolutionize planetary rover tires and potentially even tires for Earth too.